start by first painting for you a scenario. Picture yourself at your favorite gas station, about to fuel your gasoline-powered cars. As you're about to reach for the black nozzle, you're momentarily distracted by the very attractive person that just pulled up to your right. In a moment of slight misperception, you accidentally grab the green diesel fuel instead of the black. Then you fuel your car before you realize what's happened. Most of us know what happens next. A few miles down the road, your car breaks down. You end up having to take it to the mechanic, and he, in turn, gives you a hefty repair bill. Both are products of crude oil, yet we would shake our heads in disappointment and would undoubtedly comment on the stupidity of anyone who would ever admit having done so. Diesel fuel and gasoline are as closely related as gasoline is to cars, and we would never dream of hurting our vehicles that way, our babies. Some of us even have names for our cars. If our cars are important to us, why would we do? The very equivalent to our very own bodies are vehicles of life, if you will. Every time we reach for that nutrient-depleted, manufactured, food-like substance marketed under a clever name, we reach for the green nozzle instead of the black. We do the same to our bodies by eating unhealthy foods as we do by putting the wrong type of fuel in our cars. Nature's food is about as closely related to junk food as gasoline is to tar. Today, I want to persuade you to change your eating habits and your opinion of what food really is. I want you guys to be able to discern between the healthy and unhealthy foods and know what is essentially poisoning your bodies. It is hard to be healthy. Food labels make it near impossible to choose wisely. Being knowledgeable when it comes to labels and ingredients is the first step in developing healthy food habits. As young adults, we are hooked on fatty, sugary foods. They are present in our everyday foods. To combat our cravings, we need to first start relying on what nature provides, and as Mark Bittman, author of the best-selling book Food Matters, calls it, we need to start sane eating. Eating right has become an everyday struggle. We eat what makes the most money. When will you see cabbage or celery, carrots on the television commercial? The truth is, I don't think you ever will. There's no money to be made off things that are multi-organism, off things you can't patent. On the other hand, you can patent red food dye number 2. You can patent synthetic vitamins and minerals. Every day we go to the grocery store, we are bombarded by colorful ads, exclamation points, and new and exciting prompts. All of them telling us that their food is now fat-free, low-calorie, low-fat, sugar-free, or all-natural. This couldn't be further from the truth. Let's take diet soda, for example. Taking all of the sugar out of a Pepsi is not going to make it taste good, but we also don't want the bad calories associated. So we make something that's going to taste good and doesn't have calories. The result, we're doing more harm to our bodies than ever before. Another great example is fruit juice, orange juice in particular. Mr. Breakfast, a website dedicated to all things breakfast, estimates that there's an average 5 million gallons of orange juice consumed by Americans every year. Say I'm one of these Americans, and I have a glass of orange juice with my breakfast every morning. Doing so for a period of a year will give me type 2 diabetes, according to the Harvard Nurses study. On the other hand, a woman who would consume organic vegetables every day would be on the other end of the spectrum. This is because, in nature, we were never intended to be overweight or riddled with diseases. If we remember that the only real way to distinguish between healthy and unhealthy is to ask ourselves, is what I'm eating real? Was it made or was it grown? Does it have real vitamins or synthetic vitamins? Remembering what to look for when selecting your food items is the first step towards establishing and then maintaining your overall health. Of course, we crave our foods. We are a nation fueled by convenience store food and microwavable meals. According to the Snack Food Association, a revenue of potato chips ranges around $6 billion annually. Luz Maria calls it an addiction. She teaches that we pollute our bodies every time we succumb to these cravings. Some of the symptoms associated with an unhealthy diet include weight gain, sleeping problems, infertility, stomach ulcers, migraines, low energy, a depletion of your metabolism and of your immune system, just to mention a few. She also teaches that the only way to detoxify our bodies is to first stop the pollution and then to fuel with the right kind of food. For example, in the morning, instead of you reaching for your everyday coffee, reach for an organic Granny Smith apple, which would give you more energy. If you're craving something sweet, have a mango, a peach instead of a Pop-Tart. And And if you're feeling adventurous, you can try green smoothies, nature's very own energy drinks. Taking a very powerful blender, as many vegetables as you can think of, a splash of water, and a scoop of protein powder is going to create what your body really craves. Developing the right food habits takes time, but it is worth it. In due time, our body thanks us. To summarize, in a quote, we must let thy food be our medicine, and our medicine be thy food. What we eat matters. Food matters. I ask you to question what is sold to you in the supermarkets, and ask yourself the simple question, is it real? I remind you to read ingredients and look for misleading labels. Stay away from junk food and close to the produce section. In the end, our health isn't about our waist size. It's not about small, medium, or large. It's about having love and respect for our bodies. It's about keeping them in the natural and progressive state that nature intended. I hope that when it comes time for you to feel your bodies, you can also make the right decision.